Hey everyone, it's Epic Gaga here and welcome back to my channel. And I know that the background's super bright right now, but that is because it is super sunny out because it is summertime. I know I've already posted 2 summer videos, but this is by far probably my favorite video I've posted. And it is going to be some summer DIYs because if you guys remember, I did that last year as like my second or third video last year. But I really like doing these summer DIYs for you guys, so make sure that you stay till the end because we have some really cool crafts to get into. And before we get on into it, make sure to subscribe down below because I am having a subscribe away for the summer, because if you guys get this channel to 35 subscribers before July 18th, then I will be subscribing back to you guys, giving you a bonus subscriber, so you guys will earn 2 subscribers. And also, I'm going to be shouting you guys out in a video. So make sure that you subscribe now, give it a thumbs up, and also comment down below that you subscribe. If you do not do that, then I will not know if you subscribed or not. So make sure that you do that down below. Without further ado, let's just get on into the crafting. Let's go! What you will need for this DIY is some craft paper, a mini notebook, a marker, some glue, and some ribbon of choice. And this is just how I did it. And what you're going to start off by doing is just tracing out the cover of the notebook onto a piece of cardstock paper. And I chose this really cool gold color, and you might need to trim it down to size like I had done many times until it fit perfectly. Then what I'm going to do is just going to glue that on and wait for it to dry. And while that is drying, we're just going to measure out some ribbon of the length of the side of the book and also of the bottom of the book. So that's the base and then the height of the book. And we're going to cut the one for the base in half so that you create 2 little mini sections. And for that one, I'm just going to rub some glue along the side so that the ribbon doesn't fall into pieces. This is a cool life hack in case you want to cut ribbon, but you just don't want it to fall apart. And now I'm just going to let all that dry. I forgot to mention, but for this DIY, you will also need a Polaroid picture or just a normal picture of choice. And what I'm going to start off by doing is just going to glue the ribbon along the side of the book so that it creates almost like a binding of it. And I am letting that dry, and boom, it is all dry. Now, after all that is all dry, everything, you are going to just glue on the pieces of ribbon so that it creates a cool border around the notebook. And once you do all that, you're just going to take your Polaroid image, which I'm using with some tape on the back, and I am just going to stick it right on the cover of this notebook. And you can write summer or DIYs or ideas or anything in there, but I'm just doing some different designs that you can put on the cover. And you're finished! For the second DIY, what you guys are going to need is just a plain notebook and some paper. Then I chose white, and I'm just going to cut it down to the size of the notebook. Then I'm just going to glue the paper onto the notebook to create sort of like a canvas on the front of the notebook. Make sure you guys subscribe down below too. And once it is all covered with glue, just make sure that it dries completely before going on to the next step. And now comes the really fun part. What you can do is either use bubble solution or make a mix of hand soap and water, and then you can put food dye in them, and then you got your own colored bubble solution. If you guys remember last year's video, then I also did a DIY with this, and it's kind of the same concept except with just a notebook. So now you can have fun at creating different colors. And I chose 3 of them. One was orange, one was purple, and one was pink. And I'm just going to use the bubbles to decorate my notebook. And I think that this works for a really cool summer journal or just anything that you want it to be for this summer. Alright, so this DIY I really liked, and it was just something that I spontaneously tried out. And what you're going to need is just a canvas and cutouts of letters, and I did some spelling sunny days. And what I did is I put them down where I wanted to, and then I double-sided taped them to the canvas, because now you're just going to use whiteboard markers and just make tons of dots around it, surrounding it, make sure that it has a good border. This was totally just a random thing that I thought that I could do, and it actually turned out pretty good. And you can also just use paint if you don't want to use whiteboard markers, but I found it the same consistency. It actually worked really, really well. And make sure that all of the edges are covered with all different types of markers and colors. And what I did is now I took them off and made more of a border on them. It's kind of hard to explain, but I think it turned out pretty well. And now I am just going over the letters with some Sharpies, and I think it turned out a lot better than I thought. And I also added summer in the middle so that it would say sunny summer days. This is by far my favorite DIY of the bunch, and what you're going to need is so simple. You are just going to need a glass frame, some background wallpaper, and also some paint chips. Paint chips are so easy to find. They're at any craft store, any place like the Home Depot, the Do It Center, or like anything like that. Literally, you can find them at any paint store. They're absolutely free, and honestly, I have so many of them, and it's always good to have some when you need them. And well, this is just what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to be making a calendar shape out of all the paint chips. So we started up here with 3 little squares for the date, meaning the month. Sorry, the month is going to be the 3-letter just abbreviation for it. That's what it's going to be, like this. And I actually rearranged it so many times, but you'll be able to see what I did in the final revealment, I guess you could say. But I just went like this. I added some dates at the top and all these things like that, days of the week. And instead of doing full 7 days, I couldn't fit them all, so I just did 5, just like a weekday schedule. And then at the very bottom I had a little weekend schedule down below. And this is absolutely my favorite, and if you guys stayed to the end, make sure to comment down below and give this video a big thumbs up. And this is how I finally rearranged it. I'm just adding some double-sided tape to all the backs of these and just sticking them onto the wallpaper. And then I'm just going to close up the frame so that you can write on the frame like a whiteboard marker on each of the dates. You'll be able to see what I did at the end, but I really, really, really love this craft, and I think all of you guys should try it. And that is all for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe before July 18th so you guys can get 2 subscribers and a shout out. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday, or actually probably before next Wednesday, for a bonus video for this week. And I'll see you guys sometime soon. Bye!